Shalom, Kala, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Kakadash. Much honors and respect to the apostles and others, the great millstone, and to all the brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, rightfully dividing the word of truth. You do it through your precepts. I say Shalom. Back for another quick four-part lesson. We're going to title it Fealty and Loyalty. And again, that goes both ways. That's a two-way street. So we're going to start here and in Deuteronomy 7 and 9. Know therefore that the Lord Yahweh, thy God power, all right, because that's what God means. He is the God power, all right? The faithful God, okay? He's faithful, all right? So let's start there with that. He is faithful. Let me take you a couple of precepts. Give me a minute. This is 2 Ezra 15, 1 and 2. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. Okay, the Lord has a people, all right, made up of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans to make up the 12 tribes of Israel, okay? You're the descendants of Jacob, all right, of the 12 patriarchs, all right? Not only do the scriptures prove that, the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and the rest of the book, but also circular history, written by Edomite scholars. Anyway, let's continue. So, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. Hello, okay? Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Right, because, as a prophet, okay, which means to say before it happens, before it's manifested, okay, where are you getting it from? The scriptures, you're reading the testimony, okay? So, I will put in thy mouth, right, the words of prophecy, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are what? Faithful and true. You see that? Another precept, give me a minute. Revelations 19:11, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. That's a metaphor for the chariots, all right, in particular the Father's ship that Yahushua be on in his return. All right, coming to usher in the kingdom, set up the kingdom of heaven here on earth as it is in heaven. All right, and he won't be coming alone. He'll be coming with thousands upon thousands of angels in their chariots. All right, what they call UFOs, UAPs. Okay, and he that sat upon him, right, talking about Yahushua, was called faithful and true. Okay, so you understand that fealty and loyalty. This is the lesson for today, all right? And like I says, both sides of the line. In other words, both sides of the street here, we have to, as well as honor that. And how would you honor that? The same way the Lord has done, to be faithful and true, all right? To show fealty and loyalty unto him, all right? And unto the Father, all right? In righteousness does he judge and make war. See, so the Lord is not coming back here with flowers and candy. He's coming back here to take down the Edomite beast system, the self-proclaimed white man system, okay, and set up his kingdom, all right, which is told to you right here in the testimony, in the scriptures, okay? All right, so give me a minute. All right, so know therefore that the Lord Yahweh, thy God power, he is the God power, the faithful God power, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. See that? That's loyalty. And again, people, look, let's understand something, right? What does it tell you in Malachi? Okay, let's go to that. Malachi 3 and 6. All right, what does it tell you here? For I am the Lord Yahweh, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. What does it mean to be consumed? Devoured, destroyed. You see that? The Lord never changes. Okay? The Lord never, says, you'll never read this because it's not in the scriptures. So you're not going to read this in the scriptures talking about that the Gentile heathens can come into the inheritance of the Israelites, because they can't. It's not written. Okay? There's no such thing. Okay? And this here proves that to you right here alone, this one scripture. Of course, there are many other precepts. You have a whole book here that actually proves that. All right? For I am the Lord Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So they can never come into the inheritance of the Israelites. And he's telling you that you're not going to be consumed because he's in charge. He rules in the kingdom of men. Okay? And if he wanted you not to come in, then you would have all been destroyed. You understand? Okay? And he did not send our enemies for our destruction. He was moved to wrath, to anger, because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? Give me a minute. You know what? We'll come back with parts 2, 3, and 4. All right? Shalom.